Hi guys, how are you?
Very good, very good. Listen, I know a lot of guys would be uncomfortable with the subject. I'm really glad that you did it because I think it's super important. But what made you want to tell the story?
Yeah, I'm always open to telling my story on my past struggles, struggling with substance abuse, and and overcoming it with I've been sober for 10 years now, and I feel the more I get my story out, that if the right person hears it, it can really help them. Since kind of the time I've gotten sober, I've been fully open. Like I just said, that it's there to help people, and if that can happen, then that's what the message is for.
Nice.
So Brian, if a player goes to you, just to kind of lay it out for people at home, if a player goes to you 100% confidential, it is between you and he, you just open your ears, you let him know what maybe he should do or shouldn't do. Walk us through what it means when someone approaches you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year and a half now since I've been with the Flames in this position. So, over the course of the time, it's building important relationships with and a trusting relationship with the players here. I still played with 4 or 5 guys that are on the team here. And then when I go down to the minors with our young prospects. So it's taken me some time to get to know the new guys, like I said, the young guys in Stockton, and then the newer players that we would have coming in here. And it's taken some time to build some trust with guys, and hopefully that they view me as an extended part of their team. Hopefully a brother or someone that loves them and cares for them, and that's how I would love or want my position to be received.
It's funny, as I read the story, I kind of related it to me, which I think a lot of people do. And I wonder, all the things that you're doing, just listening or talking about fishing, as opposed to what might actually be bugging, like these are things that anyone can do for anyone in their life, their brother, their wife, their husband. Like these are things that are applicable in any sort of life, can't they be?
Yes, yeah, it is. And having a hobby and, the other 10 or 12 hours that you're not at the rink, it's a very important time. And, the kind of the outlook that we have here is that, the better your life is away from the rink, the better you're going to perform when you're here. And, we have different kind of layers of support here. We have Matt Brown, our mental performance coach, who is a unbelievable guy. The guys on the big team and the prospects in Stockton really love him. And then you have me kind of in between and around him. So there's like I said, there's different levels of support here, and we just want our guys to be the best they can be away from the rink and when they're here.
One of the things about this show that oftentimes I'm uncomfortable with is when I'm asked an opinion on an athlete, because I can't put myself in those shoes sometimes. Yesterday we talked about Antonio Brown, who I know, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was homeless at 16. Now I can imagine that would have an impact on the athlete that we see at the age of 30, but I'm not really qualified to talk about it, and it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable sitting here trying to dissect what he's doing every day. What is the 1 or 2 things that we in the media or maybe fans don't understand about the 82-game grind, about the pressure of playing NHL hockey at that level?
Yeah, I mean, the pressure coming in, especially now, it seems like these guys coming in are a lot younger than when I broke into the league. You see these kids are coming in at 19 and 20 years old, and they're stars. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. Your life changes, you're getting some money in your pocket. I mean, you're playing in New York, LA, Chicago, like you're the star of the town. There's pressure, there's lifestyle changes that come with that. Like we have a young team here, and I'm fully open when I share with guys my story, and hopefully it has an impact on them of some of the pitfalls and traps that I fell into as a young player and got caught up in a lifestyle of the league, and the negative effect it had on my life and my career. And hopefully they can take that home with them. It can be a learning experience, and it can be something they can learn from.
Ryan, as Christina wrote in the piece we just ran, there's not a lot of you in the NHL right now. How badly does the league need this position on more than just one team?
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk for every team. I can't talk for the league. It's not my position to do that, but I know that we have a really good thing going here in Calgary. Our setting here is we're like a big family, and no matter what you're going through, you're going to be loved as a family member. We have an open door policy. It doesn't matter what your background is, who you are, where you're from. You'll be accepted here. It's the person first, player second. And, it's been really translating on the ice this year with the way our team is performing. And, just hopefully we can keep that going.
And not just your team. I know Michael Furlan has opened up in the past about how much you've helped him. How proud are you of what he's been able to accomplish?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I saw him right at his kind of lowest of lows on the day that he decided to get help, and then from that day on to where he is at now, it's pretty awesome. And I hope all the best for him moving forward. He's such a great kid. He wore this jersey with pride. He was a big, he was a hero in this city, so I wish him nothing but the best. We still keep in touch. I saw him a couple weeks ago when Carolina was in town, just to see the smile on his face and to see where he's at now, young family. And that's what the goal is with anybody that you help, is to hopefully that they can get to that point and build that.
So Brian, your day-to-day, do you have an office? Do you have a desk? Like the Brian McGrattan I saw playing, I had a hard time picturing you at a desk. But what's your day-to-day like?
I've always had a hard time picturing myself at a desk, but Craig Conroy's taking care of me. I got a little desk in the corner of his office. So Connie, when he was kind of finishing up, he was my centerman for a little bit of a part of the year of his last year in Calgary. So he's taking care of me a little bit, just like I took care of him, in his playing days. So yeah.
Are you a good roommate in the office? Like, are you the annoying one, or is Connie the annoying one?
Yeah, no. Well, Connie's always talking, right? So you can always hear Connie from whatever room he's in. I just try. I don't know. I just kind of the same as I was as a player. I try and keep it loose up there, joking around, and it's pretty good. It's still like a team atmosphere. all our guys up top played at some point, and some guys haven't played in the NHL. So we still have kind of the locker room talk, and it's a pretty cool office atmosphere to be in.
I know you, like me, have a young son at home. I wonder, as I read this and as I listened to you speak, what advice would you give him if he decided to walk down the road of hockey or tried to walk down the road of professional athlete? What would be the advice that you'd give him?
Well, Gabe is a huge Johnny Gaudreau fan, so I always tell him to play like Johnny and not like your old man. You're going to do it the easy way and score goals. But if he wants to play, he can play. I mean, we kind of, we have a lot of outdoor rinks in Calgary, so he's just starting to learn how to skate over the course of the winter here. So it's been a lot of fun kind of teaching him, how to skate, and maybe he has better hands than me already, and he does, really. I grew up in a sports-oriented family, so did my wife, Michelle, so, hopefully he takes the sports and enjoys it. I just want him to have fun and, meet, have his buddies and go to tournaments and spend time at hotels, and if he's good, he's good. If he's not, he's not. I'm not going to put any pressure on him, so it's all going to be up to him.
Perfect. Sometimes mini sticks is better than the actual games.
The mini sticks is the highlight of my entire hockey life. Mini sticks in the hallways at the hotel. That's what we live for as kids. Is the mini sticks.
Yeah,
I couldn't care less if we won or lost in the tournament. I wanted to get back to the hotel to play mini sticks with my buddies.
Now, were you tape rolled up, or were you that fancy sponge puck that if you got on the carpet at the right angle could just fire it?
No, we were always rolled up tape balls.
All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the last thing to ask you here, Brian, and we really appreciate the time. How happy are you? You look happy.
No problem. Yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, get to kind of live my second part of my career being, still involved with an NHL team. Got a young son and a wife, and life's good. Life's really good, and couldn't be any better.
Hey, listen, honestly, it takes just as much guts to tell the story as it did to go toe-to-toe with some of the heavyweights in the NHL. I'm glad you did it because it helps a lot of people. Thanks for doing this with us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.